Okay. Game can start now. Arise has a hit.
Too old to be running routes right now. You know, I'm not T.O. right now, look, but I was trying to show guys a little technique, and I tweaked my hamstring a little bit.
You know, we know that it takes 40 minutes to win a basketball game in the WNBA because every team is so good.
That's clipped. Guess what? 4 more. Absolutely incredible.
FuzzJockRadio.
Yeah, here we are. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, hey, here we are. Oh, there we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of us, I did not know where we were.
Oh.
Until I saw here we are.
You were worried.
A little bit.
You're a little worried because
I feel so great to be here.
we are here. We're
here.
All three of us are here. One of us was not here for a second, and then since we can't see where they went, it was a little scary.
I suspect he was using cloaking technology.
That's a possibility because we are FuzzJockRadio, and we own cloaking capabilities.
Cloaks. They're
We're
cloaks.
wizards.
They are
They're
cloaks.
We put cloaks on.
This is kind of one of the reasons why we don't have video with our podcast, because we're wearing our cloaks and we can't allow people to see the invisible cloaks that we wear. That would be really tough, wouldn't it? Like if we had video with this podcast, there would be nobody in the room.
They wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I mean,
It would just look like a picture was taken, and then we just put that up every episode. But that wouldn't be the truth.
You can't see
I
invisible
tried.
cloaks. Have you tried to see an
I
invisible
tried to take
cloak
a picture
before?
of my cloak.
Yeah, what happened?
It just wasn't there. It was. I mean, I could see it because I know it's there.
Huh.
You ever do that?
What an interesting way to start a
Cloaks.
100th episode, huh?
100.
Yeah, that's right. 100 episodes. We are here and alive. We're communicating and looking around. We are FuzzJockRadio, and this is episode 100, season 6, episode 10. We are at the ultimate episode of season 6. My name is Fuzzy.
So,
The one that you just heard, his name is
name is James.
James, and we also have all the way out in California,
C-dubs.
Yeah, and here we are. Wow, that was a loud. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit that in post. Here we are.
Hi.
Look at this. Can you believe that we made it to 100 episodes?
Yeah.
You can.
Who'd have thunk
Yeah.
after that first episode we made,
Oh,
we'd be here.
how far back was that? Do you remember?
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Dude.
If we had.
First season was pre-pandemic.
You know, I'm actually not as surprised that we made it to 100, but I am surprised that we made it through this season without having our producer Tom behind the helm.
I hate that guy.
Fucking Tom.
Man, hate is a really strong word.
Yeah, that's something I got to work on.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Right?
Yeah.
That's my challenge, not Tom's.
Yeah. True.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. So, Tom, you know, as we all know, if you've listened through the episodes, was supposed to be our producer this season, and so we left everything up to him.
We don't need him, though.
And then right before the season started, like the day before the season started, no, actually an hour before the season started, he told us that he was going to his old job back. Is going back to his old job and to screw us, and he didn't like us anymore. So
we don't need him.
James is really angry, as you
We
can
don't.
tell.
We don't.
What's up?
I think the reason he really went back was because of the crypto crash. I mean, he probably is penniless, so he's got to go back to.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
Could be, yeah. that is a good, really good point. So yeah, I mean, we don't pay.
We got secret takes
because we aren't paying anybody to be part of FuzzJockRadio. Don't get us wrong. I'm not gonna lie. Not making the big bucks doing this by any means.
But you know what? There's so much more wealth in our time together
Yeah.
and the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So should we just get into it? Should we just get into it, C-dubs? Should we just go or no? I've been doing this for 100 episodes, and I'm so excited. I want to get through it so quickly, and then I'll be done.
Well, let's just do it. We'll do our check-in, and then we can get to some sports. Because, I mean, we try to pretend this is a sports podcast, even though it's like
We need
a lot
a
of
rewind
other
clip.
podcasts.
Rewind.
Let's rewind it.
Rewind.
Let's rewind
check
this
in.
a little bit, okay? So how was everybody's week since this last week? Since last week. Since this last week, how was everybody's week?
C-dubs, what are you up to?
C-dubs?
What are you doing?
How was your
I
week?
went to the Dodger game yesterday
Whoa, I'm sorry.
for Father's Day.
How did they
Brought two of
do?
my buddies.
Was that fun?
Yes, it was very fun. Brought two of my
Yeah?
buddies, and we got to sit right at the first baseline, except in Loge.
Okay.
So we were right there. It was wonderful, really good time to spend with them. And it was too bad that they couldn't win again.
Yeah.
Because the times I've gone, they haven't won.
Should we bring up why it was fun with your friends specifically?
Nah.
No, okay. It was a lot of fun. It is fun to go to Dodgers games.
Dude, I want to go
You
to
know?
one day.
Have you? I've
I-
never been to one
no.
either, but I know that it's fun.
Yeah. I've been to a few other stadiums on family trips back in the day, but yeah, not that one.
That might be something
We
that
got
we should
to
talk
see,
about.
Yeah.
we got to see the new Sandy Koufax statue was installed and completely out in the open. So it was cool to see, because before I saw the sneak preview of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
of them installing it, but now I got to actually see it in place, and it was neat. It was cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What else? What else you do?
Oh yeah, they had free bucket hat day,
Oh, nice.
What else?
and we still went anyway.
Free? Did you get a free bucket hat? What
I have two of them.
is that? Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, I don't like bucket hats,
They were like
but I have a couple.
they were pretty. Remember, like it was like in the like maybe mid to late 90s. They were pretty popular.
Mhm.
Yeah, expert Andy. He liked bucket hats.
Wait.
If I remember right. No, his older brother, the older Splinter, really liked bucket hats, and he could wear one. Like he was one of those
You're
guys.
probably talking the no rimmed ones though, right? The ones that go straight down.
Yeah,
Are you guys
maybe.
talking about those hats that like Gilligan wore?
Yeah,
Or like
that's what I'm talking
the
about.
guy from Caddyshack?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking
bucket
about.
hat.
Yeah.
I've never heard that word.
Those type of bucket hats.
What are buckets?
It's not the one I have. I have
What
the
do you
kind
got? Show us. You got it?
I can't find it.
Oh.
I thought it was over here, but I can't.
Well, you can, and what? So what to the audience that can't see the video that
Yeah.
we're doing right now? Yeah, one
That's
of
a
those.
Caddyshack hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. It's exactly what you would see in Caddyshack or in that type of hat. Where it has
Yeah.
a brim and it has like a lasso or like a string. I'm really good at explaining things to
Yeah.
people.
I haven't seen those be very popular
so-
lately.
No.
That's okay.
It's good for the sun though. Like those are the
Yeah.
type of hats that you see people wearing in the sun.
That's a good point.
Yes. Is that correct?
My baseball cap can help keep the sun from my eyes, but not from
Your
my
shoulders.
shoulders and neck.
Yeah. James, how was your week?
It was all right.
Okay. Is that about it?
I kept track of some twins, played some video games.
Okay.
I don't know. This is just chilling. It was all right. It was all right.
We are in episode 100.
I've done so many things. Oh, I checked out. I gotta try that new Ninja Turtles game, and it's so fun.
Yeah. So what I did this week was I bought this Ninja Turtles game, and it was so fun.
awesome.
I played it with one of my friends. Sat on the couch, and that friend was James.
Yeah,
if he didn't catch my drift. Yeah, that was a really good time.
Yeah, the game holds up to a lot of the hype and the fucking I don't know, really hits home with the nostalgia. So that was
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a highlight. It's time for Dodger baseball. Is it? Is it time?
No. It's
Oh.
usually Charles goes, hey, Fuzzy.
I thought you already said what you did this week. You said, well, what I did this week.
Well, I was just kind of chiming into.
Well, what'd you do? What'd you do, Fuzzy?
Bruh.
Well, I did stuff. I don't really remember. I listened to some music. I played in the garden. I went mowing a little bit. I did that. I'm going to do that tomorrow.
Giving the grass a haircut.
Going to get up at 7 a.m. tomorrow to go mowing. But we'll talk about that later at the end of the episode. So you have something to look forward to. This is episode 100. I feel like we're missing something, but let's just keep on going. Huh?
Baseball is fun again in Minnesota.
Baseball is kind of fun again in Minnesota. They've had like a half and half record road.
They're just going win, lose, win,
stand.
lose, win, lose.
Yeah, that's about where they're at.
Yeah.
However, one of the pitchers did just recently go 8 full innings.
Yeah, season high.
Mr. Bundy.
Dude, Bundy put on a great performance, but also, he had the backup, obviously, of excellent defenders behind him. But, yeah, he had a really great low pitch count, and, eight innings kept him to 1 run?
Yeah, pretty impressive. And
honestly, a shock to most Twins fans for this to happen in the Baldelli era.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was cool. I mean, apart from, like, our losses looking like we're struggling a lot, I'd still say that the team is performing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say that's not the worst thing going on, though, right now for us if we're playing 500, because a lot of other big knocker teams are also playing 500 ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was saying, like, it's time for Dodger baseball, and for the Twins, it has really needed it to be time for Dodger baseball because they're playing the Guardians.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers were supposed to beat the Guardians. And it didn't work out too well. I mean, it's not what we're expecting, but
it's time. Time for what? Dodger baseball.
They can keep on talking.
Time for Dodger Dodger baseball.
So yeah, the Dodgers won a game, didn't they? That kept the Twins in first place in the Central Division. So
they won the second game of the series against the Guardians.
So thank you.
Yeah, they kept him at bay.
Yeah.
But, we'll see what happens. This is, I think a lot of people get caught up on box scores and stats. I found this really fun stat, probably on Twitter somewhere. I don't have my phone with me, but it was something about the most home runs per at bat? No.
Did you put it in the notes?
I put it in the notes. I
could look it up.
Find it.
Keep talking.
Tom,
Yeah,
look it up. Oh, right. Tom's not there.
Yeah.
No.
So what we need to remember is,
I don't know. The stat was something about home runs for players.
Okay, let me. Can I speak in James's voice? Please. James.
Yes.
Saw this cool stat when that does not sound like you. I'm not really good at that. Is it? So don't take offense, okay? Saw this cool stat when noticed that comment. Does that sound like you? I don't know. I think I found
just
the
do
stat.
Just do with an accent. Australian accent.
Saw this cool stat, then noticed that comment. Let's talk sample sizes. Does that sound like you? No, that sounds like me.
Yeah, but what is the
That sounds
stat?
exactly like me. I did have to get Aaron
No,
Judge.
not don't do the comment. Do the do the stat.
Okay. Aaron Judge, 2022 New York Yankees,
What? Can I see?
game 61, HRPA .09, home runs 25, PA 267.
Oh, can I see the picture, please?
Byron Buxton.
Please.
Yeah.
None of this is. These are just numbers. This is not in the context.
I found it, I think. Did I not?
Yeah, most home runs per
Yeah, I
plate
found it.
appearance. Yeah, I was looking for this thing at the top.
yeah.
Yeah, most
I found
home
it.
runs per plate appearance among players with at least 65 plate appearances. And so we have Aaron Judge at the top with .09. Byron Buxton and Garlick are also tied at the top with .09. So this looks like wow, Byron Buxton and Kyle Garlick equal Aaron Judge, right? And then a comment by the person putting this stat, I had to get a little creative to knock Danny Jensen out because he has .11 home runs per plate appearances, but only 62 plate appearances. So choosing the metric of we're going to pick apart this to, thank you, 65 plate appearances gives you the stat metric for the narrative that you want, right?
Yep. And then Edwin Rios, 27, and then 0.08, 7, and then 92. So
it's saying that in that thing, it's also saying that Kyle Garlick is better than Mike Trout.
yeah,
Which
it does.
Yeah, it is.
Is actively true, but isn't actually true.
Well, what is actually okay? So what's the difference between actually and
I was just
reality and
saying, oh boy,
actually, like what is actually true and the reality of things? What's the difference?
Well, I
If-
think the
if-
reality of things is difficult to conceive because we live in a bubble universe. So
Yeah.
no,
Everything's all creative.
if you're trying to use a stat to point out that like this is the best player because of this reason,
Yeah.
that would lead you this specific stat would lead you to believe Kyle Garlick is better than Mike Trout.
Well, so what you're speaking of is sample sizes.
Yes.
And what type of where you take that sample size at what time period that you take it, or how big of a sample size you take compared to how small of a sample size you take.
Yeah.
We'll bring up whatever you can manipulate stats.
Well,
to
you
make
can't
it,
not
to make
the
it look
stats,
like
but the
Luis Ariz is Luis Ariz is like the best.
you can manipulate the pool of stats to only
Yep.
look at the stats you want.
Yeah. Yep.
And a lot of things get lost in that. For example, this other player who's only got 62 plate appearances, but he's hitting home runs way better than everyone else based on that. But this goes to show that even now's not the time to be really a team playing 500 ball is just fine. I mean, there's not what's the word? I don't know. People get really bent over every bad performance in baseball when it's such a long season.
There you go.
And and people are looking at too small of sample sizes.
There you go.
Because, for example, you could see if you look at a box score of a Twins game where they lost and you didn't see it, you're gonna maybe see a small number in the hit section, but you're not seeing. Maybe these flyouts were hit really hard. You're not seeing exit velocity or anything like that, And even an out could be just like, they made good contact though. You're not seeing that in box scores and your sample size.
And that's why you have to watch the games to get the full context of baseball games.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely,
Especially since it's such a long season.
dude. It's baseball.
It like people are like, well, I just need to watch the ending of the season to see what
Kind of, but it's a story.
But it's a story, exactly.
It's a story and a journey. It's the journey, not the destination, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Dude, baseball is fun. But yeah, we've seen the Dodgers have been struggling lately.
Yeah. They did have a good game the other day where Tyler Anderson went 9.1 innings with a no-hitter going on.
2 outs away.
2 outs away, and then I think
Where
the
are
guy,
the unspoken rules?
the guy who got on hit a double, and it was just out of Mookie's reach, so he couldn't get the ball because it swung over to the right side of the field, and Mookie was playing a little more center. And so he just bailed and tried to get it and couldn't reach it, and then it bounced out of play. So,
Dude, it's because of the shift. They would have banned the shift. It would have been a perfect game, probably.
you know,
Well,
next year.
so are we going into so Tyler Anderson 9.1 IP, is that part of the Dodgers talk?
Mm-hmm.
No hit bid. Did you guys just talk about that, or was I not paying attention?
Yeah, we just mentioned that. Dude.
Shoot. I was looking for stuff.
I got one thing, one final thing to say about baseball here. I want to get into pitch framing.
Yeah. I was gonna say what I was gonna do was
okay.
So with the Dodgers, do you think any of it has to do with like pitch framing, and like the other teams been good at do they have a good catcher? Like our catcher recently has been, people have been talking about his pitch framing. What is pitch framing? Do you know?
What is
pitch framing?
What's your guys' understanding of pitch framing?
Pitch framing is when you move the ball to look like it's in the strike zone when it's not.
Okay.
Mine?
Yeah.
Dan, we need to make a soundbite for James's question of the week. Maybe this is a
question of the week.
Segment.
Is that how you understand pitch framing?
No.
No.
My understanding of pitch framing is he doesn't move the ball, but he moves the glove to make an optical illusion to the umpire of where the ball actually was compared to where it is.
Yeah.
But without moving the ball.
Yeah.
And using his glove.
Yes. See, and that's a lot more closer. I think there's a lot of perception that pitch framing involves catching the ball and jerking your glove, but trying to do it subtly. And this isn't the case. I mean, if that's what's happening, that's bad. Pitch framing.
It's more catching it's moving the glove to exactly where you want it to be, and then catching the ball in a different spot of the glove is what it is.
And
You're not always catching it in the. Everybody always thinks that your catchers are catching the ball in the middle of the glove. That's not the case. It's in the different parts of the webbing. Middle of the glove, sides of the glove, and so they frame it and then catch the ball, and the ball's not. They don't jerk the ball around. It's pretty neat,
dude. And it's really cool when I think I saw a tweet where there's just this really great pitch to Jeffers, and someone slowed it down to really kind of see him move the glove before. Just before the catch to catch it in the edge of more of the edge of the glove, and it's just so beautiful.
And so, C-Dubs, you know what that does?
An optical illusion
to whom?
To the umpire.
Why would you want to trick the umpire? Or
because they're human.
Cause a optical illusion for the umpire, right? Like because they're human.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so then, what will that do? It will possibly they'll call should I just say it? Like they'll probably cause the umpire to call a ball a strike, right? Because
or the other way around.
You're currently fooling the human element of the game. So that brings me to. You know what that sound means.
We all know what that sound means, or what this jingle is. It's time for the
Fuzz Question of the Week.
Fuzz Question of the Week is when I ask the Hess a question, and then they answer with a response, an answer that they think is correct, because it's their opinion. And then we won't talk about why their answer is either incorrect or correct. We'll just move on. We won't, and then they will also won't explain their reasoning why they think the way they think. They'll just announce their answer, and then we'll move on. Okay? That's the fuzz question of the week. So the fuzz question of the week is, should we incorporate robot umps into the MLB to call strikes and balls? So we make that's the question of the week. I was going to add more, but
No.
I can't make it a leading. I can't make it a leading question. Jamez, your answer?
No.
No. C-Dubs.
Yes.
And that was
Fuzz question of the week.
Now, regardless of no, this is like pitch framing though.
Yeah, it's cool. It's an art.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's an art.
You're like
It's an art.
a
You
robot ump cannot.
You can't pitch frame in a robot ump, can you?
No, a robot ump will not account for the skill of pitch framing. You know, it's like, what does a frame do? It goes around, right?
Yeah.
You know, you don't use a frame to jerk an art piece into being more of an art piece. You know, you use a frame to encapsulate. This is what they're doing with the pitch. They're almost moving the glove around the outsides of the curvature of the pitch. And, you know, the strike zone has different sizes based on the height of the player. Plus, it's where it's going to cross the plate. And this is a 3D environment. And our electronic strike zone is a 2D environment. And also, here's my biggest thing. I'm getting into this, dude. This deserves it. This is
I know,
pitch
but
framing.
like some of the stuff that you're saying, I believe helps the argument of having robot umps.
Here's the thing. No, is that it's not because of pitch framing. People are using pitch framing as an excuse for bad umps when it's pitch framing is a cool skill that catchers can do, and bad umps just make bad calls regardless of like they're. It looks like catchers are getting like scapegoated for bad ump calls in a way when I think. I mean, we need human umps, but we need accountability for shitty calls. They're bad, and it's not the catcher's fault.
I don't think anybody was saying it was the catcher's fault.
Okay.
Not at all.
LaTroy Hawkins did.
Well, LaTroy Hawkins has his own opinions on things, and we haven't mentioned any of that. I think, I mean, like, since there aren't robot umps and you can do that, I think it's absolutely smart for the catchers to do that because it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the game. The human element, 100%, is part of the game.
It's a skill set.
And there's been multiple things in baseball that they've talked about adding into it or taking away, rules based, and there's a big aspect of human element of the game, and they don't. And there's a lot of times they won't add a rule or whatever because of the human element.
Yeah,
that they want to keep. And so yeah, I wouldn't say we are blaming the catchers.
I just think pitch framing is so cool, guys.
It is cool. It is, and when you watch it,
and I think umps are so bad.
They are. There's a lot of calls for balls that are strikes that are balls and vice versa that it's just like, what are you seeing, ump? And that's why we've had the question of the week, the same question every episode for this season, because it's a big yeah. Did you not notice that?
That was the same question every week?
Yeah. I had the same question every week this season.
Yeah, there's some versatility.
Because it's a
and
big
creativity.
It's a big question. It's a big deal.
It is.
Games are decided on it. And now that sports is, not sports, but gambling has purchased pretty much all of sports with Bally Sports buying it, and everybody into sports gambling, and it looks like Minnesota's probably gonna probably pass sports betting. That
could be dangerous.
It's very dangerous to have human elements part of games
that can go high stakes,
that are high stakes
with
games
addictions
that are based off of chance, or that should be based off of chance, or like, I mean, the betting world will have bets on if the umps are going to call them correctly too. I'm sure that they'll have those type of bets too. But can you imagine that there's been games that have been called in history of games that have been called a way that it hasn't been called. I can't think of the examples right now, but the the refs, and we all hope that refs and players won't bet against their own teams or be in the betting aspect of things. But there are so many people that are involved in games that how are they going to keep track of everybody not betting on things? And then there's the underground that exists.
Oh, dude.
And what happens when things get called wrong?
They should just keep a notebook. Then they won't forget.
True. True.
It's not a bad idea. Well, actually, that's funny you mentioned that because I actually just had to go through gambling training.
Oh,
at my job
as an employee of a sports place, right?
As an employee of the Dodgers, I cannot gamble on baseball because I can know things that give me an advantage in gambling. Like I could know a player is hurt or is ready to come back, so I can know in advance to put down a wager for something like that, and that's illegal.
And you're
I'm a low level employee as far as this should be concerned, but I understand it because it's true. I can know things I'm not supposed to know, and I could use it to my advantage, and I'm not supposed to be able to do that. That's the point of betting. Is it's supposed to be a level playing field for everyone?
So I just it feels like to me it feels like there's a lot of gray area that can happen.
And this is kind of could be a precautionary thing. You see, maybe?
Yeah, maybe this is a precautionary tale. That's what we do in 100 episodes, is provide cautionary tales. Are we? How's this? This is the 100th episode. This is the last episode of the season. How are we on baseball talk?
Yeah, go Twins. We're coming up against the Guardians. It's gonna be. It'll be fun. It'll be fun baseball, I bet.
This being the last episode of the season, that means we won't be back until September 12th.
Yep.
Right. That's when football starts, and currently we don't have a whole lot. Well, no, we have a good amount of football talk tonight, but football is going to take over next season. Hopefully, some of the FuzzJockers are excited about that.
Season or postseason Twins too.
Oh, so baseball will keep on going?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I thought that they're gonna. Okay, cool. I thought they were gonna stop when we stopped, but that's awesome. So then we'll when we get back, there'll be postseason Twins baseball.
Yeah.
And then there's probably gonna be some hockey starting up again.
Mm-hmm.
And then the end of the Lynx season will happen right around there, and then that will take us into their next topic.
FuzzJockRadio.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
FuzzJockRadio.
FuzzJockRadio. So the Lynx season will probably be done by the time we get back September 12th, because currently they are 3-13 unless they do something
drastic,
very, very drastic.
It's fine. I mean,
I wonder if they. I don't know if they. And I should know this, and I apologize, but I wonder how they do their draft system if the lowest team that last season gets the best draft pick.
Yeah.
Maybe they need.
I think they do that. I don't know if they have a lottery.
Maybe that would help. I don't know.
I don't think they have a lottery.
But yeah, they're 3-13. They have not won a game for a while.
Yeah, it's been rough for the Lynx. Lots of rebuilding and lots of growing pains.
Yeah.
That's is what it is, and I'm sure everyone's trying to do their best. So just hoping they continue to do that.
Update.
How long does this go? The roar. Not too long. So we have some Timberwolves news. Carl, do you know how he's doing?
Just not the most pleasant when I'm angry.
He's mad. He tweeted. Okay, so this is like breaking news stuff. Where is that? Karl Anthony Towns about an hour ago tweeted that he's very mad.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
that's all he said.
And
dude, there's a possibility that it has something to do with D'Angelo Russell.
Oh,
we don't talk about controversies around here, or
we ain't the rumor mill.
We aren't the rumor mill. Controversies and rumor mill and rumors, you don't hear them here, right? We talk about truths
and
things that we think about.
Yeah,
right.
We think of stuff,
and we don't want to spread rumors. However, the other media posts have been posting things about, is D'Lo going to be traded? Is D'Lo going to be traded?
Yeah, I thought we already discussed this, that we're trading him for
Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, I was going to say Shaquille O'Neal.
For LeBron.
Can we get Shaquille?
No.
Shaq's busy doing his TV shows and stuff. And DJ.
Yeah, he's like buying kids bikes at Walmart and stuff.
Yeah, he's really sweet.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Nobody Dan works for him.
We should do next season. We should do a Shaquille O'Neal update.
Yeah,
maybe
we can even get Dan to hook Shaq up.
We have a Karl Anthony Towns update. We have a
best update.
We have the best update coming up. Not yet.
I know.
But okay, so D'Lo might be traded.
Yeah, we're gonna trade him for LeBron James.
Oh
right?
yeah, that's what it was.
We broke the news.
We broke the news that we're getting LeBron James for D'Lo.
But that's gotta. I mean,
and then
if Carl's mad,
I figured it out. I know why
because they're friends.
Yeah, because they are friends. Yeah,
but he must be a few weeks behind on FuzzJock, and he just got to us.
He doesn't understand what
maybe
the whole deal is, huh? Is that what you're saying?
I think he just got to. He doesn't know where we are yet in the episodes where he's gonna end up getting LeBron.
Yep.
So that's why he's mad. He needs to catch up, and once he gets to this episode, he'll be happy again.
Yeah, then who knows? After the Timberwolves getting LeBron and getting the championships like 5 years in a row, D'Lo might be like Wiggins and become a champion. Like, did you hear that? After Wiggins?
Oh yeah, you heard right. Wiggins is the man.
Wiggins won a Wiggins is a champion.
Yeah.
His Golden State Warriors
champion, my friend.
won 4-2.
Yeah.
4-2.
They played good basketball.
Yeah. Did you watch the games?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
How were the 3-pointers?
They looked around and communicated.
That's how you become a champion.
Steph Curry.
Just like us and you, FuzzJockers. You can become a champion as well by just looking around and communicating. I was going to tie in a fuzztalkshop.com ad into becoming a champion because we have a champion, like a FuzzJock champion
t-shirt.
shirts
are cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're fun.
But you don't have to buy
it's
our
all inside you
merchandise
already
to become a champion.
Yeah,
you can just be a champion. Yeah. You don't have to buy anything to become one. Just be one. Just be one. Like Wiggins. And then that was oh boy.
That was one hell.
I need a bigger
season ending.
I need a bigger board. Like a soundboard here. Or
we need James's 3D glasses.
Oh, that'd be good.
Can't have them.
And that was your Wiggins update.
That was so good.
Your Wiggins update.
Good
Fake.
update. Good update. Best
What's
update
this
ever for
fake
him.
stuff?
He's a champion.
So on the note board, there's this Klay Thompson is a really good basketball player.
He is a real person, right?
And he's a real person, but I see a fake.
Are we being led to believe that Klay Thompson is
he
not a real
fake?
person?
So no. I mean, the guy that was on the basketball court in the games that were televised was the real Klay Thompson.
Okay.
But the day of game 4.
Okay, explain
this guy
to the audience. To the audience that like we have. What's awesome about FuzzJock Radio?
Everything.
We have. Yeah. Yeah.
Which includes what you're about to say.
We have fans. We have fuzzjockers that enjoy baseball. We have fuzzjockers that enjoy basketball. We have fuzzjockers that enjoy football. Fuzzjockers that enjoy AEW wrestling, and other.
They enjoy cricket.
Cricket is. We have cricket fans. Yeah.
Marble
absolutely.
racing.
So sometimes we have to remember that we need to explain to the cricket fans
who Klay Thompson is.
Who Klay Thompson is.
He's a guy.
He's a basketball player for the Golden State Warriors.
A real person.
Who a few years ago hurt his leg really bad, tore the ACL or something, and has recovered and had a great season, comeback season. Yay, everyone, he's back.
Is he a champion like Wiggins?
He's a champion now again. He's again a champion.
Oh, because he's on the same team as Wiggins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So Klay Thompson, he had a real person.
Not an android.
Not an android.
No.
Yes, real person. So anyway, someone pretending to be him walked into the stadium through their security entrances, just with his phone recording it all, and a buddy with him, and it was just like, yeah, what's up? Hood up. His face looked like him.
Wow.
It's just
And
a
he
looking
got
like he.
through.
Wow, that's not good.
And then people were even like, sup, Klay? Like staff, people
Wow.
at the place were like, oh, what's up, Klay? It's nice to see you. Like,
So-
he's
so-
just like, yo.
So like some of the fuzzjock, like the cricket fuzzjockers that don't know who Klay Thompson is, so did the security guards at the
Probably cricket fans.
They're probably you're right.
Security at the Oracle.
Wow, that's not good at all.
No.
So did he get to shoot around?
He did. He got on the court and shot the basketball for a while and was like all by himself and just having a good old time. And then they eventually figured it out.
Did they tackle him?
I don't think. No, if I remember right, he got through it. And then he like posted it. So they were like, fuck you.
They're like, you gotta leave.
I don't remember exactly the ending now, but it was he got caught and they were like, you are banned for life.
He's banned for life, but you don't know if he got caught
I don't
live.
think he got tackled or anything like that. I'm pretty sure I don't
or
remember.
like a
hearing-
security guard like taps him on the shoulder. He's like, did the players not know?
I don't think he hung around.
Are his teammates?
The videos I saw were just him shooting hoops and him walking through security and walking past people.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
'Cause I
dude.
saw it on Instagram. I saw the actual
come
videos
back
of it.
when you're really Klay Thompson.
His teammates.
Or an android.
His teammates must be cricket fans as well. I used the rim shot perfectly. Did you see that? I did it.
So, just to reiterate, Klay Thompson, real person.
Real person. You know who also is a real person?
Yeah.
What is slashing?
Slashing is like that, you know.
Those are real people?
The Lanch are real people, and did they win? Avalanche versus Tampa Bay Lightning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were joking that the Stanley Cup was a thing, right? Like, or is that real?
No, this is the interim Stanley Cup champions.
That's what it was.
We're all pretending.
I was a little confused.
We're all pretending the Stanley Cup is real.
Interim championships, don't get me wrong, are not confusing. right?
Oh, interim champions
they're
are
not
great
confusing.
when you need one.
We need.
We'll talk about that
We
more,
need
but
one
right now.
Yeah,
The Lanch
we'll talk about that.
and the Tampa Bay Lightning are trying to
win the interim Stanley Cup.
or
Yeah.
how was I gonna say it?
And
Fuck, never mind.
Okay. So
the Avalanche have gotten off to, or the Lanch, I'm sorry, Lanch have gotten off to a pretty good start. They won the first 2 games at home, beating them the second game like 7-1. It was pretty sloppy.
That's a big number for hockey.
Yeah, that's
a big
especially
number.
for
But then tonight,
playoffs.
the Tampa Bay Lightning beat them, I think 6-2. So
Okay.
Another big
they're
number.
they're back. They're back, baby.
And
Tampa
those are the
Bay.
only
I don't
two-
know. I just don't want the Lanch to win. Go
None
Tampa,
of
I
us want
guess.
the Lanch to win, but the Lanch did beat. We can also go with the thing of if the Lanch wins, they beat the Wild, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
then
the
That
Blues
means the
beat us.
Wild is
Oh,
like
the
second
Blues Wild,
place.
so we want the Blues to win.
Yeah, we do.
Well, the Blues got beat by the Lanch, so because they beat the
So
Blues,
then
that they
yeah.
beat us.
That's why we
Yeah,
don't like
The
them.
Lanch is
We want the
better.
Lightning to win.
I want the Lightning to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're the team that beat Raffy's team. You
I
know?
don't know what that means, but yeah, I'll go with that.
The Saskatchewan Oilers.
Yep.
Are you ready for some football?
Are you ready for some football?
Not yet. I will be though.
Next season we will be. Well, like there is the USFL football. Remember the last like 6 seasons, like last 5 seasons, we were complaining about how the NFL was the only thing in existence for football, and we'd like to have another option. Well, that other option has been here. I personally haven't seen any of the games because summer football is just spring. Like spring football sounds good,
Yeah.
but summer football, I don't even know about spring. Because there was so much football, at the end of the NFL season that you need a break, and the USFL is already into the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Week 10 just happened, so their playoffs just starting.
So,
Oh my gosh. Does
and
it
I haven't
feel
watched
like
one episode of the USFL.
Does it feel like football is hard to watch when you're sweating?
Yeah, I would.
Because like football gets your blood boiling more, and then you're like, oh god, so I'm already boiling. So that's probably it. Just got too much blood boil for summer football.
Or has it that the NFL has just been such in our minds, implanted in our minds that it's
brainwashed
it's
us.
it's a fall sport.
I just want a lot more XFL.
Yeah.
XFL.
Yeah, like
XFL's
X
coming.
Games.
Don't worry.
One of our head coaches sprained his ankle or pulled a hamstring, is what the news was this last week for the Vikings.
Big news.
And then we will. I'm sorry that this is all we got going on for the football segment, but
I got one more thing to say.
You got one more thing?
Yeah. Jeff Fisher can suck it. I hate him as a coach, and he just lost his first season in the USFL, 2 wins to 8 losses. So,
nice.
Yeah.
sucks, Jeff Fisher.
That's
Who was that again?
He's the coach for one of the. I forget even what team he was the
He
coach for.
used to be a coach for a team.
He was on the
coach for
USFL,
the
right?
Rams,
Yeah.
and he was a. I did not like him.
This is a comeuppance season for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he deserves it.
Yeah. I don't like him.
Okay.
No more football.
Yeah,
No more
have some
football.
words for lunch, as they say. Your own.
Are we ready for?
Yeah.
Do we have any cricket news, guys?
I'm ready for some cricket.
Who did England just play? I just watched a game. England won.
Yeah,
They won.
Did you hear the sounder? The intro, the guy saying this is fantastic. That was the cricket.
Oh yeah,
New
because
England.
you got a 4.
What's that? Yeah, the 4.
Yes, you got a 4. Yep.
Mhm.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Cricket's great.
No. We need
Ladies and gentlemen,
if the blind refs are listening, we need a wrestling like a wrestling thing, like a wrestling sound effect. You know,
it's just
like
like the sound
intro,
of like
intro for next season.
It's like a lot of wrestling and grunts and like, just make it sound really wrestly.
Okay. So in AEW, a lot has been going on.
Yes.
The new season of AEW wrestling has started up. Do I need to explain what that means, the new season, or because do people
explain that?
Because I think a lot of times people think that wrestling just happens.
Yeah, it just happens, and there's like a pay-per-view every now and again.
And then there's storylines that that everybody follows, of course.
Yeah.
Well, with those storylines, they end and they begin, just like storylines of a documentary, like a drama,
an
or
arc
like a
in a
comedy
series or show.
Yeah. There's arcs, and it's just like that.
Some are long, some are short.
And then they'll have pay-per-view events to mark the beginning and the ending of their season, basically, right, Steve-Dubs?
Yeah, and some can reach past a couple pay-per-views, but for essentially it's like you get the start of a new one after a pay-per-view. All the new stories begin.
So with AEW, their new season starts at which pay-per-view?
We just had Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing is kind of like the beginning of the new season.
Was that the beginning or the old
New Year? New Year. Yeah. There we go.
What was the end of the big one for the ending it?
So them ending this last one was CM Punk becoming champion.
Yep.
And then
that was their big payoff.
That was All Out.
All Out. Okay.
Yep. Correct.
So he had it for almost a year.
C-Dubs, you can hear us, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
He had it for almost a year.
Hangman, he as in Hangman had
Hangman
for almost a full year, and then CM Punk got it at All Out, and then the next thing, Road Rage, was kind of like the beginning of the.
Okay.
So CM Punk, and then unfortunately CM Punk got hurt.
Yeah.
And they have a interim championship belt for when he luckily wasn't so hurt that he can't come back. So there, in the meantime of him healing up, they have an interim championship belt, and they had a contest, and it's going to be Jon Moxley
versus
Tanahashi.
And Tanahashi, who's Tanahashi, C-Dubs, and how?
That's not an AEW guy.
He's not an AEW. I haven't heard him in AEW.
No, he's a New Japan guy. Hiroshi Tanahashi is a New Japan guy, and he's been around for many years. He's 45, I believe. So he's been around for a while, and he's been known as like their ace. They're like the guy who can always put on a good show no matter where he is on the card. He's that type of wrestler. Like even if he's not in the title picture, he's a big deal elsewhere on the card.
He's got the panache.
Yeah. So anyway, he was going to challenge Punk for the championship, but then Punk had to but had to go get surgery.
Yeah.
So now it's him, Tanahashi versus Jon Moxley to find out who will be the interim world champion for AEW. So technically a guy from New Japan could win the AEW championship.
Oh, dude, that's got to happen.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a couple other matches on there that are going to be interesting. There's Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm, and I think Toni Storm is a really cool wrestler. I like her a lot.
Yeah,
and I think she'll put on a good show with Thunder Rosa.
That's going to be a lot of fun to watch, that one for sure.
Yep,
Thunder Rosa is good.
And then they also are going to start a new belt for AEW, the All Atlantic Championship, and it's a 4-way for the belt. So they're going to have a guy from New Japan, Miro, Pac, and Malachi Black are going to all, even though he's going to fight Penta, I can tell you, I know he's not going to win for another reason later, but it'll be Andrade.
We read the script.
Or not Andrade, Malachi Black, and then someone from New Japan. So they'll all fight for the championship.
Cool. Well,
sounds
that'll be
pretty
a
neat.
lot of fun to watch. Any
Yep.
speculations on who's going to win that?
The best one.
I would like to see Malachi Black win it. Like, give the Dark Lord man, cult leader, give him a belt.
Yeah, he needs a belt.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'd like to see him do something weird with it.
he does need a belt for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
some kind of thing.
okay.
And then there's also going to be the tag titles and Ring of Honor and New Japan tag titles are up for grabs in one match.
Ooh,
with
what?
FTR,
Yeah.
the Empire from New Japan, something United Empire, and
Young Bucks.
Roppongi Vice from New Japan, who's Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta.
And what belts are these for?
So whoever wins is the New Japan Tag Champions and the Ring of Honor Tag Champions.
So it's going to go to FTR,
Wow.
Absolutely.
right?
Dude, 2 for
they'll
1.
They'll be New Japan, AAA, and Ring of Honor champions.
And then they're going to win it. And then after this, they're going to win it against the the Bucks.
The Bucks, yes.
And they're going to be the belt gladiators.
Tag team.
Yeah,
Yep.
the belt collectors of the tag team.
Oh,
world.
dude, that'll be cool. And then they'll fuse them together with alchemy.
Yeah.
Make a
and
cape.
Make him a cape.
Yeah.
Or a cloak.
Cloak.
There we go.
Cloaks are cool.
All
And
the
there's
way
also-
around. All the way around.
So there's still another match
Get
I want to
yourself a
talk
cloak.
about.
Okay.
Will Ospreay is going to fight Orange Cassidy for the IWGP US title, which is
Oh, yeah.
amazing that they're giving him Orange Cassidy being him. They're giving Orange Cassidy a chance to wrestle someone like Will Ospreay, who is considered one of the best wrestlers of this current time.
Okay, so
I recognize that name, but
Yeah.
I don't know from where. You got a
Who,
brief
Will Ospreay
Ospreay.
or-
Oh, I know Mr.
or
Pockets,
Mr.
Orange
Pockets.
Cassidy, freshly squeezed. That guy's so cool.
Yeah,
but no,
Ospreay
Will
is-
Ospreay. I've heard the name, but if you got like a quick bio on him or something. Or
Sure,
like
he's
his
been
most
in New
notable times.
Japan. He's been a heel most of the time. I mean, the whole time, and he's even said things like, "I'm not going other companies." Like he's that type of
So-
dedicated New Japan wrestler. But
Yeah.
he's from the United Kingdom.
You know,
Yeah, okay.
remember the guy that hasn't wrestled for a little while, Mr. Kenny Omega?
Mhm.
A
This is
lot
friend?
a lot of people compare Will Ospreay to a Kenny Omega style wrestler. Is that correct,
Yeah.
C-Dubs?
Yep.
Can I say that?
Yep.
As
They both
in-
wrestle in an extreme strong style, like
and
technical way.
is it past me to say that Omega is possibly or has been before his injuries the best wrestler as of the most recent era of wrestling?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Kenny Omega is the current best wrestler.
And Will Ospreay is possibly the second.
If not top 5, somewhere
If
in the
not top five.
Nice.
So this is a top 5 wrestler, S-class wrestler, if you will, right? Can we say that?
Yes.
An
Yeah.
S-class wrestler versus a comedic wrestler.
A god tier wrestler. I just hope for Will Ospreay's safety, honestly.
Well, you know what's cool? What's really cool about that is that they 100% respect what Orange Cassidy has been doing.
Absolutely.
And absolutely respect his character, his work ethic, his whatever he's doing backstage. Well, he must be like one of the coolest guys, actually a really cool guy to talk to, because they wouldn't be giving him all this shit. Like people wouldn't be, right? Like they wouldn't be giving, he wouldn't be getting
this-
matches like this against Will
This is on a
Ospreay if he wasn't an
return.
awesome person. Is that
Right. Because, this is based on a return, too. He just came back from injury, and they're throwing him in this match. Like, this is his first match back.
Who?
That's how... You don't get that unless
Which
you
one?
respect it. And
Mr.
treat him-
Pockets?
He's coming back from injury. He has his like ribs busted, right?
He's coming back, which is Mr. Pockets.
Yeah.
Mr. Pockets, Orange Cassidy, is
Yeah,
coming back from injury. And
from
just giving him
rib.
this is his first match.
Dude,
Rib
that's pretty
injury.
tight.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know, you watch the guy, he says he's a comedic performer, whatever, but like he's clearly got talent and ability. He does cool stuff.
Well, that's what's really
just
cool
doesn't
about
act like
AEW is that
a thing.
they'll take the good comedic wrestlers and showcase them and
Yeah.
show that like their style is comedic, but they're
Still
good.
do this cool flying thing here.
Yeah, they're still doing
They're gonna do a
awesome
cool
bits
flip.
and still have good storylines,
Yeah.
and you should pay attention to them. And unlike the other product or like whatever like
Yeah. Well, I do want to bring
fun.
one thing up about the other product.
Okay.
I wanted to say rest in peace, Tim White, referee. He passed away.
Yep.
He was a well-known referee in WWE, WWF back in the day. He originally came in with Andre the Giant and worked with him. He was the referee during the Hell in a Cell versus Mankind and Undertaker.
Oh, classic.
He was there for a lot of the classics, but he did eventually get injured during a match and hurt his shoulder and had to retire. And so he never got to really choose how he went out. He just had to be like, well, that's the end. And he was a really well-loved personality backstage. So
Well,
I just want to say he's a good guy.
Hopefully, the company that he retired from treated him well and gave him a good going out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, for how much he's stuck with the company afterwards. They must have treated him pretty well. And so rest in peace, man.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Dude.
Is that it for Forbidden Door? Oh, one thing I did notice is that it looks like the Dark Order are going to be going through the Forbidden Door with Hangman. Hangman gave the Dark Order a map to where the Forbidden Door is.
I love it.
Is there treasure
That's
on
good.
the other end?
So
Dude,
and
that's
Chuck
sweet.
Taylor might become
A dark
Dark Order
Dark
member
Order
too.
member.
Yeah.
These stories crack me up.
Yeah.
I love it. Eat it up.
Are we already at this point in time?
How does this?
We're here.
We're at
Wow.
all points in time.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the blind refs. They create sound effects and intro sounds and sounds for us, the blind refs. That's their name, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go by many names.
Anytime you hear a fart, if you ever hear a fart during this,
Why don't
that's
I
what
have
it
a
is.
fart?
It's them.
I do not have a fart sound effect. I don't have one. I have.
No, we definitely have one.
Good
news, everyone.
Yeah, that's what our farts sound like.
Oh boy. Okay, so
Off the rail.
fuzzy memory trivia. Oh, I mean, this is
you got a
episode
question?
100. This is what episode 100. So
100.
You got any questions?
gotta have a fart.
So we're gonna ask 100 questions for episode 100.
Fuzzy memory
First one
trivia.
to 50 wins.
Okay.
Fuzzy memory trivia.
Settle in.
Fuzzy memory trivia is when wow, that smells. You smell that? Fuzzy memory. Fuzzy memory trivia is when I ask the Hess a question, and then they answer that question with the correct or wrong answer.
We give answers.
Yeah, but unlike this, unlike fuzzy question of the week, there is an actual real answer. It's it's trivia, right?
This
It
is trivia.
Yes.
It's a trivia show.
This is a trivia podcast.
No, this is not
our-
a trivia podcast.
Oh, okay.
What? See those?
I thought you were just showcasing our genius.
We are.
Oh, okay.
And then with the genius of our spectacles, I have not taken down any points, so don't really remember what the point score is.
Yeah,
But
the score is the friends we made along the way.
you're absolutely right. And next season, we will something to look forward to, like the football talk. Next season, I will keep track of the points, so it'll matter next season, and we won't be friends.
We won't be friends.
I don't really like
What?
competing a whole lot. Like maybe that's a different content. I don't know. Whatever. You guys ready for Fuzzy Memory Trivia? I have a lot.
Ready.
I just feel like I have a lot to talk about, guys.
Yeah.
This is
Tune in for the extra hour after Fuzzy Memory Trivia.
All right. Okay. where are we at in these trivia questions?
It just feels like we got like 2 other episodes coming after this or something, right?
We don't
No.
actually.
Nope.
Not until September 12th.
No.
In the meantime, if you want to support us, go to fuzztalkshop.com and purchase a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Or a hoodie or some socks or something,
It's going to be too hot to podcast.
Oh yeah, we're
right.
We're going into the sports abyss right now. This is the sports tundra.
That's what we've called it.
Well, that was before this season, right? It was sports tundra, and then now is it the sports abyss coming up? Is that while we're taking break?
They're both. No, upcoming is the dog days of summer.
Days of sports.
Yeah, and the Twins.
Dog DDS.
And the Twins are
Right?
going to win
DDS.
for the summer.
Not DMD.
Correct.
DMD.
Because, DDS is a
1
dentistry
point for
thing too, I think.
Jameis.
Is that correct? But Dr. Britt Baker is a DMD, not a DDS.
Correct.
Okay.
1 point
Okay.
for Fuzzy.
Ready? How many rings are there on the Olympic flag?
5.
Correct.
5.
5. What sport starts with a tip-off or jump ball? What?
Basketball.
Correct. So C-Dubs won, Jameis won.
All right.
When an Olympic athlete wins first place, what color medal do they
Gold.
get? Oh, Jameis won. 2.
What?
Should we check with the? Okay, let's see here. Let's see if we got this here.
Times 4.
We need a rewind.
Yeah.
Rewind. Now we really need
So
rewind.
let's rewind it and check with the umps if Jameis was first or C-Dubs was first. Okay, that's a new feature we got at episode 100. Umps, did you figure out if Jameis was correct or was C-Dubs correct? Was C-Dubs correct or no? First was C-Dubs first. Out. Jameis gets the point.
Oh.
Jameis gets the point. Even though Jameis does not like.
I was really
robot
nervous
umps.
about that, dude.
Yeah, especially since you mentioned that you didn't want robot
I thought
umps.
they were going to get me.
They could have, but they're not. That's why I think they might be good for baseball because they're impartial.
Asimov theory.
No matter what you say about them. Hopefully, right? What measurement measures how far runners run?
Meters.
Incorrect.
Miles.
Distance. No distance. Okay.
Oh.
Where did the first ancient Olympic Games take place?
Olympus
Rome.
Mountain.
Colosseum.
Incorrect. Greece.
Oh, yeah.
In football, where do you have to go in order to score a touchdown?
End zone.
End zone.
Correct.
I'm so good at sports.
So you're 3-1?
Yeah.
3-1. Which NFL team has a lightning bolt on the player's helmet?
Chargers.
Correct. 3-2.
But what other one?
Which MLB player was better known as the Bambino?
Babe Ruth.
Big.
Correct. C-Dubs.
I was going to say
So
Rocky
3-3.
Balboa.
3-3. We're tied at 3-3. Ready?
All right.
In baseball, how many strikes does it take before the
3.
umpire? Wow, good one, guys. Okay, what do the letters stand for? BMX.
Bike motocross.
Correct. What team does LeBron James play for?
Oh.
Lakers.
Correct. What team has the best or has the most NBA titles?
The Bulls.
The Lakers.
Boston Celtics.
Oh.
What was the first city to host the Olympics twice?
Brazil.
Paris.
What did you say?
I said a country, so it's not a city.
C-Dubs is correct.
Yes.
What is the very center of a target called in archery or darts?
Bullseye.
Correct. What sport is called the sport of kings?
Golf.
Smash Bros.
Polo.
Oh.
What do the... Oh, we need to have polo news. Since it's the sport of kings, that would be great, I think. I think that'd be great. What do the rings in the Olympics represent?
Continents.
The elements.
Continents.
Oh.
What is the only country to have played in every single World Cup?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh, dude.
Oh, where's this?
I precognited that answer like a few questions ago.
And that was...
Oh, wait. How does this song go again? Oh, yeah.
Beverly's.
Oh man, I can't believe
Hillbilly.
it is very. It's very hard for me to believe because I don't believe in a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
But we are at the end of episode 100. Did you like? I kind of like what I said there. Maybe I'll make that my catchphrase. Yeah.
Oh.
Can you just make catchphrases like that? Is that how catchphrases work? I
Yeah.
can just say something and I'll be like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. As long as somebody else didn't
saying
say it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you use other people's catchphrases?
You just gotta catch it.
Oh.
You
yeah,
know?
I suppose, yeah.
That's why it's a catchphrase.
Yeah. I get that.
You catch it, you got it.
You got it. If it's somebody else's catchphrase, I bet you probably should say, hey, that was C-Dubs' catchphrase.
Yeah, I saw your
but I
catchphrase
caught
flying
it.
around and I caught it. You want back? I mean,
What do you think, C-Dubs?
it kind of got all over me now.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So,
it's not my fault.
I'll give your catchphrase back, C-Dubs, if you need it. Can I borrow it for a little bit, though?
Fine.
Yeah, okay. Maybe. But that's for another podcast. This podcast is FuzzJock Radio.
Yeah, we have so many catchphrases. It's kind of a catchphrase podcast.
We are 100 episodes deep, and we are at the end of it. The Fuzzy Memory Trivia is the end of the episodes. We are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
September 12th, hopefully, right? Not
Yes.
hopefully.
No, we'll do it,
We will.
probably.
We will.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
We'll be there?
We'll be there.
We
Oh,
might
yeah.
be here.
Well, or there.
And then the FuzzJockers will be there. Right? And you'll be there, but you'll be here. But I won't be here. I'll be there.
No, I'll be here.
But I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the FuzzJockers, don't worry.
Yeah.
The website won't change. It will be FuzzJockRadio.com.
Yeah, I got that all in my notebook.
If
got
if things happen where we leave the realms of social medias, don't worry. We will still be on FuzzTalkRadio.com.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And on our own websites.
Uh-huh.
And you'll just need to tune in. And in the meantime, I just want to say thank you, James,
Yeah.
for
Thank you.
being part of this.
Fuzzy, thank you, C-Dubs.
Any big
Thank you, FuzzJockers.
any big
Thank you, everyone.
any big
Thank you, India.
any last topics, things, anything we need to go over before we move on to episode 101? Because like if somebody's listening in the future now, and they're listening to episode 101 right now in the future,
Yeah.
or they're listening to this episode right now in the future, where episode 101 and 102 are already recorded.
Yeah.
That's future.
Great. It's a bright future.
There would be no time in between this episode and that episode. It would be just like this
Yeah,
episode's
so
done, and then now on to 101. Right?
Nice.
101
So,
Dalmatians.
to speak to that audience.
Yeah. What do you got going on? Do we have anything to no? Do we have anything to talk about before we move on to episode 101?
No, just hope summer. I mean, stay cool, everybody. It's gonna be a hot one.
Go to a Moondogs game.
No, do we have any other topics to talk about?
Oh.
That's
Oh.
before the end of the episode. We're not at the end of the episode yet. We still have. Do we have anything
both
else
of the
to talk
both
about?
of the Twins
Oh,
minor league teams,
single
A teams have clinched playoff or postseason already.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Well-
way to go to the Fort Myer Muscles and the Cedar Rapids Colonels.
Good job. Good job. C-Dubs, was there anything that we're missing?
Yeah, I had one more. Well, it's not me who actually has it. It's Jamez. It's time for your snooker news. The snooker update of the year.
Yeah. Oh, snooker update of the year.
Snooker is canceled this year, so
Damn it.
yeah. There's some other like alternative snooker going on, but it's not. I mean,
Unlike the NHL.
yeah, it's not the Queen's snooker.
Well,
Thank you for the snooker update.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, congratulations to.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, there's a Smash Brothers tournament for an invitational Super Smash Brothers Ultimate tournament just happened, where a teenager from Japan got invited and flew in, and this he goes by the name Akola. Looks like a cola, but I think. But anyway, he's playing Minecraft Steve in the game, and just wrecking stuff.
Nice.
Like in Japan, he's only placed like first in maybe a couple seconds, but like he came to his first tournament in the States, competing against invitational, some of the best players of the game at the time, and he just took first.
Nice.
Playing a lot of these top players for the first time. And it's pretty incredible. There is some controversy where a lot of people are getting vocal saying, well, Steve's a broken character, and shouts to ban the character. And it's kind of absolutely ridiculous to do this and diminish this young, talented player's great accomplishments.
That shouldn't be it. Just like the baseball thing with the framing of the pitches.
Yeah.
If it's not a rule, then
learn the matchup.
Let them
Get
do
good.
that. Let them play with whatever character that they want to play with. If it's not not against the rules,
he's really good.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Great.
It's when someone could take a character and just be so much better with that character.
And catchers are really good at some catchers are really good at framing those pitches.
Yeah,
right.
Jeffers is like 98th, like 80 something percentile, I think, on pitch framing, like really good.
Well,
but yeah, good job, Akola.
Good job, buddy.
Playing Minecraft Steve and Smash Brothers and ripping it up.
Okay, so we gotta wrap it up. We can't. I'd love to keep it going forever.
Yeah, we'll do it again later.
We'll be back September 12th, 2022.
Or
to
in
date
just-
this episode. Like I think this is the first episode I actually dated. No, okay,
No, dude,
so-
we'll be back in just a few minutes, according to our audience that is listening.
Yeah,
in the future.
Listen back to the old episodes. Buy a T-shirt.
See you in a few minutes.
See you in a few minutes.
See you in a few minutes.
C-Dubs, what do you got going on? What do you got until next in a few minutes, or however long you want to say? You can make it up. We can make up a story if you want, or you can say the real stuff if you want. You don't need to tell us if it's made up or not. Just what's going on, bud?
I got the All-Star game coming out here this year.
Oh yeah,
so a lot of preparation for that, and my
eyes.
dad's gonna come out and volunteer for it, so he's gonna be out here during it.
So that'll be nice to take a break.
Yeah,
of FuzzJockRadio, so you can concentrate on that stuff.
Absolutely.
James,
Dude,
I almost forgot your name for some reason. I've been doing
Guy in the corner,
Leroy Jenkins,
Mr. Hest.
Yeah.
What do you got going on in a couple? Well, just exactly the same thing I said to C-Dubs. Not to diminish what I'm asking, but I don't remember exactly everything that I asked. But James,
I'm trying to get into this. I finally got this Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm trying to get into that and hang out with my son, and he played and beat the other Spider-Man game before I did, so hoping he stays kind of interested in it. Otherwise, we'll play some other games that he's interested in. Oh, we're gonna play some of that. I'm gonna show him that Turtles game soon.
Heck yeah.
But yeah,
Fun?
man, with heat waves, I'm trying to maybe stay in the basement a little bit.
It's a good idea.
Nice, cool.
I wish I had a basement.
Dude.
Oh, well.
You can come in my basement.
Oh, yeah.
It's got space.
I'll show up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuzz, what are you going to do?
Fuzzy.
What about me? That's a lot of time.
How does your garden grow?
It grows.
Nice.
But it is a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a how do I want to say this? It's a lot of time in between, the end of this episode to the beginning of the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
As in, what's the date today?
June
20th.
20th.
June 20th.
Yeah.
June 20th to September 12th is a lot of time.
Oh, that's like 3 months.
And
right?
at the same point, if we're speaking of if we believe in I don't believe in a lot of stuff. Remember? I said that earlier. We know that infinity exists, correct?
Yeah.
So the time in between the future listener listening to the end of this episode and then going into episode 101, there is an infinite amount of time in between those two episodes, and that's a lot of time as well.
Yeah, but infinity doesn't exist within time space.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
I think that's eternity.
Well, with numbers, it does. In between 1 and 2, infinity can exist.
Whoa.
Because it's a different amount of decimals.
Oh, dude.
So,
wow.
With that, I can't answer that question.
Yeah, I can't either. So you know what? Let's all leave.
Well, I don't know.
Let's leave them on that. They figure it out. Here, you know what? You do the math.
Well, what am I gonna do? What I'm gonna do is whatever time frame that we're speaking of what I'm gonna do in between that time, I'm going to take that time off because I will not be doing an episode in between this episode 100 and 101.
Oh, I get it.
That's where I'll be.
We have a few off days coming after all the games we played, so this will be another well-deserved day for the guys to rest up and get ready for a big series. Really, we're just looking for next start out, to strengthen up and to feel better and to be able to get through.
Football.